Guitarmore Lesson 8. We are going to transition from melody note playing in the C major scale to chord playing. And let me put my guitar down and we'll go to the marker board. On the top of the sheet I have drawn in a staff, treble staff, and by now you've recognized that I have the notes of the C scale written in, and I have added Roman numerals beneath each of the notes of the major scale. Roman numerals 1 through 8. And you'll notice that I've circled two of the notes there, and we're going to talk about those, and we're going to talk about how the first three chords that we're going to teach in this lesson relate to this C major scale. And reviewing a previous lesson, we remember that the first note in the C scale is the C, and that is referred to as the tonic note of the scale, as is the last note in the octave, which is also a C, which is known as the tonic. So in a C scale, the C is the first and the last note. It is the tonic, and it is the most important note of the scale. It names the scale, it names the key that you're playing in. The second most important note in the C scale is the fifth note of the C scale, which in this case is a G, and that's denoted by a Roman numeral 5. The third most important note in the scale is the fourth note in the scale, which is the F, and it's denoted by the Roman numeral 4. And again, the Roman numerals 1 through 8 are called the degrees of the scale. And musicians use these Roman numerals because they can be used to communicate the musical structure of a piece, a musical composition, to other musicians, and it also makes it easy to transpose. And we'll talk more about transposing in a future lesson. So we are going to talk a little bit about the first chord progression, the most common chord progression in the key of C, and it's called a 1-4-5 progression because it uses the chord named by the Roman numeral 1, a C. The second chord we play is in the Roman numeral 4, which is the F chord. And the third chord we play is the G chord, which is the Roman numeral 5. And hence the name, that's a 1-4-5 progression. So let me pick up my guitar and I will show you how to play these chords. And basically the first chord I'm going to be playing is a C chord here. We have the third finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret. The second finger is on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And the pointing finger is on the 2nd string, 1st fret. So that's a C chord. The second chord we're playing is an F chord. Third finger on the 4th string, 3rd fret. Second finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. The first finger we have to bar across the first frets of the 1st and 2nd strings. So together that F chord sounds like this. And then the third chord we're going to play is the G chord. So we have the second finger is on the 6th string, 3rd fret. The pointing finger is on the 5th string, 2nd fret. And the third finger is on the 1st string, 3rd fret. So together, that sounds like that. So if we're playing a song in the key of C, a very common progression would sound something like this. A little alternating bass note. you're practicing these chords, what I'd like you to work on is I'd like you to work on placing the fingers firmly right behind the fret, and so the note rings out clearly. Some people have a struggle with learning the F chord because a lot of times these two top strings buzz a little bit. And keep practicing these three chords until you can play them and make the changes quickly. And we'll see you in the next lesson.